Hi guys, Xavier here, bringing you a deck profile. This time I am doing my Six Samurai. I've already posted up my uh, Ghost Trick Spirits, and now I'm getting to my Six Samurai deck. Uh, I really think that this format it's really helped Six Samurais, or pretty much Warriors in general, but for the purpose of this video, it's really helped Six Samurai. And I'll explain why I think that when we get to certain cards, but let's start this off, shall we? First off, the main monster for any Six Samurai deck is Kagemusha of the Six Samurai. He is the tuner of the deck. He's going to be the most searched for in this deck. 3 Kizan, great card because you can normal summon him, or even better yet, you can special summon him if you have a Six Samurai. And there's a lot of combos and plays you can use with him. And even if you have 2 other Six Samurais in the field, he gets 300 attack boost. So that makes him 2100, and that's really good. Double Kageki. When you normal summon him, you can special summon a Six Samurai from your hand. Really good to get turn 1 Shiens with Kagemusha. I'm sorry I'm clearing my throat a lot today, getting over a small cold. But yeah, Kageki. 2 Elder. Now I know a lot of people either run one of this card or none of this card, but I think it's a great card to have in the deck because of asceticism, and it really helps with your synchroing, or even sometimes Xyzing. Well, I have one rank 3 Xyz, but you catch my drift. 1 Zanji, 1 Eero. I mean, they're decent cards, I guess, but they're mainly in the deck for the purposes of asceticism. But, you know, they get the job done still. Legendary Six Samurai Enishi. He's a great card to get over cards you can't get over without Xyzing, because you can banish 2 of your Six Samurais in your graveyard to send a monster on your opponent's field to the hand. So that can help clear fields. Spirit of the Six Samurai, really good card, I think, to keep in the Six Samurai deck, especially to get maybe your Shien to 3000 attack, or to boost any of your Six Samurai. It's not too hard to use, and you know, it has a really good effect, I think. So, and the last monster of the deck is Grandmaster of the Six Samurai, because you can just special summon him and he's a 2100 beat stick, and you know, if he dies, you get 6 Samurais in your hand. That's the gist of the monsters. Spells. I've mentioned this card a lot, Asceticism of the Six Samurai. You can, if you have a Six Samurai in your field, you can special summon from your deck a Six Samurai with the same attack but a different name. So it's a really good card. Lots and lots of combos with it. So you pretty much I will mention though, last format I only ran this card at 2 because I thought, you know, with Rhoda being at 2 at the time, you know, it would make up for it. But, you know, I realized that halfway through the format that I really needed the third asceticism because I wasn't drawing it as consistently as I used to. So I really put it back to 3. I'm still going to be 3 at this format. And I'll explain a little bit later. But 6 Samurai United, 3 of those as well. Just because you can pretty much, with the special summoning in this deck with the 6 Samurai, you can get 2 counters real quick and draw 2 cards. So it's really great card. You know, go through your deck, get your cards. Triple Shien Smoke Signal. Get a level 3 or lower 6 Samurai from your deck and add it to your hand. And 3 Rhoda. Now, essentially what we have are 6 Rhodas, in a sense. And then you have your asceticisms, and those are all searchers. And so far this format, I have found this deck is so much faster than it's been because all these cards are at 3, and I'm running all 9 of the cards in the deck. I mean, this deck is really quick now, a lot quicker than it has been the past couple of formats, and that's just with one more reinforcement. So I really think it's worth having all 9 of those cards in the deck. Some staples right here, the Mystical Space Typhoons, 2 of those. The big heavy hitter, this format Raigeki. I don't see this not being in every deck, to me. I mean, it's just too broken. There's no drawback to this card. You just activate it, and all your opponent's monsters are gone, and it's over. And it really helps, especially with a deck that can really swarm the field, to have this card. If only Gateway would come back too, but I don't foresee that happening anytime soon. Soul Charge, only 1. This is a card that I knew was always going to be at 1, so I only ever kept 1 for each of my decks. So, 1 Soul Charge, what more can I say? It's a good card. On the traps, 2 Double-Edged Sword Technique, because, you get more combos with it. Get 2 Six Samurai from the graveyard, special summon them, and they're destroyed, and then you lose life points. But before that happens, you can, Synchro or Xyz or whatever you need to do, so you don't get the bad drawback. And it's always a great card. Now, I will mention, no more Musagani Makatama. I used to run 2, 1 or 2, and this format, I just took it out completely. It was kind of a tough choice because I've always really liked that card, but I felt like there were other cards in this deck that would be more beneficial this format. So I wound up taking it out of my main deck, and it was a tough decision, but it is how it is. But it has been working very, very, very good so far. So I know it's only day 2, but I've been using it on DN every day since the ban list was released, and dueling people who fixed up their decks just the same. And it's with really good success, honestly. Next trap is Triple Fiendish Chain, because the deck's biggest problem was always monster effects. Spell and traps is, they get rid of those quickly, but you gotta have something to stop them monsters, man. So, Triple Fiendish Chain. My favorite, Double Mirror Force. I don't run 3 because I'd love to run 3, but again, I've made a lot of sacrifices for this deck just to put cards in where they are. Same with the Mystical Space Typhoon. I love having that card at 3, but got to make some sacrifices. 1 Compulsory, 1 Bottomless Trap Hole, and 1 Solemn Warning. And that's it for the main deck. Let's get on to the extra deck, shall we? Obviously, Legendary Six Samurai Shien. You need this card for a Six Samurai deck. They're really not that expensive anymore because there was a structure deck that came out for it. So, 1 Shien, 1 Naturia Beast, 1 Armadeus, I don't know how to pronounce his first name. Armadeus, Keeper of the Boundaries. Really good card. I pulled that card in my Megaton, and I was so happy to get this card. Because I never thought I would have it, because it was like a $20 card, then it was like a $40 card. But now it's, I don't know, I think it's like a $10 card now or something. But I don't care. It's a really good card for this deck. I actually do go into it a lot when I have Shien out, and I can't get Naturia Beast because I have, Kaigeki rather than Elder. I'll go into this guy, and he's really helpful. And then we got Ally of Justice Catastor. That's it for the level 5s. For the 6s, I have Goyo Guardian, Naturia Barkion, and this is my newest card, Vulcan the Divine. The other 2 are pretty much a given, but the reason I have Vulcan the Divine is when he is synchro summoned, basically return 1 face-up card on both sides of the field to the hand. Now, I think that's a really good effect, and this deck can pull that off even though the cards can't be used for the rest of that turn that were returned to the hand. Say, because, like I said earlier, this legendary Six Samurai Kizan, he can be special summoned to the field, or even Grandmaster of the Six Samurai you can have on the field, and use his effect to bounce him back. But if you don't really have anything, you really, really, really just need to get rid of something. You can always just put Vulcan the Divine back to your own extra deck. Maybe use him again, next turn or something, or you know what I mean. But I really think he can be a good card. And then I have, from my last synchro, one Black Rose Dragon, because it's gotten me out of a lot of stuff. Now, the reason I don't have any 8s or 9s or 11s in this deck is because I feel like it's more consistent and stronger when you don't have, higher levels, and you have to try to get more than 2 monsters just to make one. Because that also adds risk. I mean, this deck can do it, but I choose to steer away from those kinds of choices. So, and I don't get really level 7s much, or I can't really get into level 7s much, but this card's gotten me out of a lot of stuff in the past, so I can't see me taking him out just yet. Now for my Exceeds, I got MX Saber Invoker. He's my only rank 3 in this deck because I really don't go into rank 3s in this build because there's only 4, level 3s, and those normally go right into synchros. But if I really can't do it, he's actually, there's been a lot of occasions I used in this format more than any other format I've before, because I want to say there's 3 Kizan, 3 Kagemushas, and the 1 Spirit that he can actually get from the deck and special summon. And there's some combos you can pull with that, and this card's been really helpful so far in my testing, so he's staying. The rest of the extra deck are rank 4 Exceeds. I have number 50, Black Ship of Corn, Maestroke, the Symphony Djinn, Castiel, the Sky Blaster Musketeer, Gaga Cowboy, Diamond Direwolf, and number 103 Ragan Zero. Where is Honor Arc or Exciton Knight? Or Exion Knight. Sometimes I can't pronounce names worth of crap. But, I don't have those cards. There's a chance very soon that I might be able to finally get an Honor Arc, number 101 Honor Arc. And if I do, I would probably take out Diamond Direwolf because that's like the only card I've never used. In like any, I think no, it's correct. I've used it once last format with my other deck, but that's it. I rarely ever use Diamond Direwolf. It's a decent card. I guess you can say the same thing about Vulcan the Divine, but at least Vulcan the Divine, you get to keep your card, sorta. But at the same time, I guess your opponent keeps the card. But I still find Vulcan more accessible than Diamond Direwolf, I guess. So, real quick, I'm going to go over a side deck. My side deck is mostly comprised of cards that I couldn't fit into the main deck, and the rest of them are kind of just general cards. There's nothing specific towards a specific deck. They're just kind of there, to help if need be. And if I were gonna go to like a competitive tournament, I might change the side deck up a little bit, but it's mostly for fun. So it's it's kind of there to be there. We'll do Hand of the Six Samurai and the Six Samurai Ichi. These are 2 cards I really like, but I can't fit them into the deck. Same with Shien's Dojo. I have 2 Shien Dojos. The last couple formats, I don't feel like it's been as viable because there are much quicker, better ways to get cards now with Six Samurai. Double Forbidden Lance, because I really like Forbidden Lance. This is the first format in a while I've not mained Forbidden Lance in my Six Samurai build. So that's a little different for me personally. Dark Hole, just in case I need a second Raigeki, essentially. A 3rd Mystical Space Typhoon. a Dimensional Fisher, 2 Musagani Magatamas, because, they're not in the main deck anymore, 2 Deep Prisons, in case, there's a lot of cards that can't be destroyed, or there's really negative effects for them being destroyed, so I could, trade the Mirror Forces up for them if the situation calls for it. Then I have 2 Rivalry of Warlords for those decks that have a lot of different types. Okay, guys, I really appreciate you watching. I think this turned out to be a little longer than I was hoping, because I like to explain some of my choices. But, again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you like my videos, but if you don't want to, that's okay too. But, like my Facebook page, which is Anime and Video Games. I do a lot of, fun stuff on there. So, alright. Have a good day, guys. And I have to find my arrow.